She's like
Recording.
Ah, perfect. We are on.
okay, so the title of the book is The Curious Incident of the Dogs in the Nighttime. And it's a novel about Mark Hanlon. I don't know how to say it. And it's about this little boy that has autism and how he goes, and he has to go through like a lot of changes in his family because his parents get divorced, but his father tells him that his mother died of a heart attack, but they actually got divorced, and she moved to London to live with another guy that she met, and he's 15, and he has autism.
Christopher, right?
Yeah, his name's Christopher.
She made it sound like the husband. That's why she like Christopher. I'm like, no.
Yeah. And like he goes into his own world sometimes because he gets tired of hearing his parents yell at each other, so he'll just like play games, and that's all he does, and like he'll scream out of the nowhere and do weird things that we
Great, thank you.
So, like, my job, can I go first? Yeah, okay. My job was to be the connector, and I connected it to, wait, let me see. You know at the end how Christopher likes math? Like, and he has, don't look at it. You know how he likes math? Yeah. Christopher, and then he's in his advanced math at the end, and then I related that to like everyday life. Yeah, we're supposed to do the ones that we haven't done. I've never done connector. Neither. Oh, well, it's okay. We both can share then. Okay, so then after I connected it to everyday life, because like, you know how Christopher says that he's good at math and everything, I related it to life when, like, in every career that is in society, like it always relates to math, like even like sports, because you know soccer, like when they kick the ball, they have to have it like in an angle to make the ball into the goalie part. Yeah, like that. So, and then also like roller coasters, like the speed, and then like gravity, which relates to science too, and like how like when you construct it, you need to have like angles and the pounds that you weigh, and that related to math too, and also like even being an English teacher, because like you know how English and math like they seem like they contradict themselves kind of, but they don't, because like English, like you know when we do essays, and then she like does a word count and everything, that math relates to everything, and you know Christopher, he also like connects a lot of things. So I connected him and his math skills to everyday life, and also him connecting things to like everything to like he reminds himself of. And then my literary luminary, I chose just like the ending, how it ends, how Christopher goes to London, and the Mr. Shears, he gets mad at Judy, that's Christopher's mom's name, for keeping Christopher with him, like company and stuff, and he gets mad, and then how they steal his car, and then they go back to Sweden. And then I would just like, I thought it was an interesting ending, because like throughout the story it keeps you guessing, and you're like wondering like there's gonna be a different ending, like it makes you like a more, get me? Like, yeah, like a different ending, and then the end it like, it's taking forever for it to reveal itself, but then at the end it like happens all fast. So that's why I chose it, because it was kind of weird, but I still liked it because it was like a lot of fighting, and then the Mrs. Shears, you know how she was like yelling to
yeah, she's like, he didn't do.
Oh yeah, he's all like, did you catch your little babe? Yeah, like she was like, and I thought there was gonna be a fight like in the book, but I was like, oh no, she just drove off. I was like, oh my god. So wait, I don't get it. You always don't put it. Christopher didn't forgive his dad, did he? Well, it's kind of like for you to guess. It's kind of for you to guess. Like, I think the author did it on purpose for you to determine whether he did or not, because like he gives you the evidence, and then the evidence, based on the evidence, you're gonna be like taking that. So it's gonna be your opinion. He wanted to persuade Chris by buying him a little doggy, a golden retriever.
Wait. I did summarize.
Okay, you want to tell us?
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Alright.
You did it on the last chapter?
Yeah. I did summarizing with how like in the book, like you know how Christopher reads the letters and he's like, oh my gosh, my mom's not there, and blah, blah. So then he goes to London and yeah, but she said everything.
Sorry.
It's how his father tells him that he killed Wellington, the dad. So he was scared of him, and he left to live with mother. And he went through a lot of things to go to London, like the police was looking for him and everything. And then when he got to London, Mr. Shears was mad. And he was like arguing with her, and then father came from Sweden. Is that what it's called?
What?
Sweden?
Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden. And he was like, he's my son too. And then there was an argument, and they went back to London. Sweden. Mama and Christopher, and then Christopher was scared of his dad. He committed a crime. He committed a crime. So, yeah, it's really interesting.
So here's my wonderful picture. The part that I drew was that Christopher, how he was saying that he has a bunch of like dreams, that he dreams that the computers have viruses.
Oh yeah, I remember at the end.
Yeah, it's like and that it makes people like that. It makes people jump off of buildings, jump off of cliffs into the river.
I think like he used, can I say something? Yeah, like I think he used that comparison because you know like in a virus in a computer, like once everything's affected, yeah, it crashes, and that's why like he was saying that in life, like if you get a virus and then like it affects you, like you get sick and you get infected, then you start and you start getting symptoms, and then like some of those symptoms were like you can't deal with it, and then like you commit suicide, like jump off a cliff so you won't have to deal with the pain. That's what I thought. You want to explain it more?
And then because he says that in his dreams he also has people that cars crash. So I drew a car crashing into a tree. And then he said that at the end he's like with people that don't touch him, so he feels comfortable. And then he had like little faces.
Oh yeah. They look like in the bus.
I didn't read the last pages, so what happened?
Oh God.
What did you catch up to?
Huh? He just he ended like this. He ended with like saying, yeah,
It was 2 years old.
and 2 years old and 7 months. This is the last paragraph of the book. It says, and I know I can do this because I went to London on my own, and because I solved the mystery of who killed Wellington, and I found my mother, and I was brave, and I wrote a book, and that means I can do anything. So he just ended like that.
This book.
He made it to the AP.
Yeah, and look, it shows up in the appendix. I mean, the appendix, in the, no, at the back. Yeah, in the appendix. It tells you like, because in the book, like when he went to AP, he took a test, and then he said that he explained it, and then this is what he explained, like, this is his math problem, and he explained it all. He explained it, that's why. Look at this, and I don't know what this.
Imagine the question being 2 + 2 and then he explains it.
No, it says, this was the question, watch.
+4.
The question is this right here. Look, it says, question, prove the following result. A triangle with sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, comma, 9 squared minus 1 and 2n, where n is greater than 1 is right angle. Show by means of a counterexample, and the converse is false. and that deconverts his walls. And then he's like, first we must determine which is the longest side of the triangle, which sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and n squared where n is greater than 1. N squared plus 1 minus 2n equals n minus 1 squared. And if n is greater than 1, then n minus 1 squared is greater than 0. And then he like continues. No, the answer is... Therefore, the triangle ABC is right angled, but it does not have sides which can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and 2n, where n is greater than 1. QED. I think those are the two angles.
I missed this one. How do you do that?
What, discussion director?
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, you have to introduce questions.
Like, do you have any
What do you think about to ask us, and then we answer?
I didn't think he was gonna find out.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna be like.
But he says it like kind of in the middle. Like it's like I kill Wellington.
Because Mrs. Cheers, Mrs. Cheers heard a lot about the dog and like they were getting into a relationship. Like Mr. Cheers, Mrs. Cheers, and Mr. Cheers, Mr. Cheers,
Mr. S.
Mr.